Hey guys, how are we doing today? Today is one of the games I was talking about, the Monster in My Pocket from the Micro Machines. I actually remember a lot of these figures. I don't remember the game very well. I know I played it a lot with a buddy of mine, but I don't actually remember it at all. I vaguely remember having a bunch of the little things that I wish I knew what happened to them. I bet you some of them might actually be worth a little something. I don't know, maybe not. Hard to say. I never even looked into it, but you never know with nostalgia stuff. Sometimes things are worth something. While you were watching TV. Alright, so we got Dracula and Frankenstein. So did anybody else even remember Monster in My Pocket? I actually thought it was kind of cool because it brought through all the mythical monsters through a vast amount of regions and myths and everything. Oh, okay, so we got rolling heads. Okay, so you can't go back. It's forward only. Another one of those things where sometimes you're damned if you do, damned if you don't. There's no real good way through that. Alright, so we got hunchbacks, zombies and skeletons in this one, and witches. Alright. Okay, there we go. So that's what I was wondering. After I was able to hit the witches attack, I figured as much. Alright, so far everything is pretty much one hit, one kill in all this. Flyers. You all know how I love anything that flies in games for the most part. All in all, so far, you know, it's not like game-changing. There's not like a, oh my god, this is amazing. But you know what? It's fairly entertaining so far. It's not bad. Level design looks good. I mean, it is definitely a copy-paste, but for the most part, in stuff like this, you kind of expect it a little bit. They have been throwing a wide variety of enemies at you at once. I can do without all the green, but, you know. I want to know whose house this is that has all this green going on. Oh, we're at a boss. Oh. Ah. Dang it. Alright, we got him. All in all, decent game so far that I can remember, that I can see. I'm starting to remember it a little bit, actually. This kind of recycling, like it really feels like the first level, only like with very little change. Like, other than the color, it really kind of feels stale and to the same. And then we have the non-stop, just different enemies, but same thing. We just over and over and over again with the same kind of... Alright, why can we... How can we can't... What are we missing? Oh, we can double jump. Okay. Gotcha. I did not realize there was a double jump. Okay, this monster kind of eludes me with the blockhead. Alright, so we got... It kind of reminds me, have a feel a little bit of Rescue Rangers. Alright, so once you get up, there's... Okay, there we go. I was having a... They really do like throwing just a bunch of stuff all at once to make it extremely hard to get through without taking damage. Alright, so we got fire that apparently doesn't hurt the enemies, but I'm guessing, yes, that we're going to get hit by it. Gotta remember the double jump. I think that's one of my biggest things right now, is I have been forgetting the double jump. Alright. Mr. Freeze! Whoa! Ha ha ha! I mean, it's kind of cool that they make the boss fit the level more so than some places, some things you've seen. Nothing overly crazy or anything to jump around about. It's definitely a fun, fairly fun playable game. It's nothing like overly... Oh, of course I get hit right after I get my life. Ugh. They know you're gonna get your ass handed to you right there, so they made sure to... Oh, golf balls! Alright. Ah! The music and the sound effects are not bad. I mean, the music is pretty catchy. I like that. Goblins! Oh, that's cheap. Alright. See, stuff like this is a little over the top, where it's just... Always the jumping fish, right? Every game, jumping fish. I've never seen so many fish jump in my life than in Nintendo games. Like, when was the last time in any game recently that you've actually seen a bunch of fish just jumping out of the water constantly? Come on. It's like a staple of NES right there. As the most frustrating, annoying thing in certain parts of the level. Like, you're on a little platform that you can't really move around on. You get constantly bombarded by jumping fish that if you jump too much or do too much, that you're going to be, you're going into the drink. It went right through my hit. Oh well, whatever. But that was mostly prominent in Castlevania and Mega Man. I think were one of the biggest things that used that like almost too much, I feel. Like as a trope, I think Mega Man and Castlevania had that down to a T where it's like FromSoft and Poison levels. I think that's that's a good comparison. Is jumping fish on a tiny raft is pretty much the equivalent of is FromSoft throwing a poison swamp and a poison level and a poison dungeon in every single thing over and over and over again. I mean, it's their favorite thing to do. And you gotta love the front and back together is really fun, you know, when they come at you from both angles. I must say, it's kind of nice, but silly that the thing stops when you jump instead of keeps going. I gotta hand it to you. Hand it to him. That's pretty nice. But whoa! All right, this is what are we doing here? Alright, this is interesting. That doesn't work either. Huh. Alright, I guess that's what we're going to be doing. Alright, fair enough. This is really kind of an annoying boss. I don't know what they're doing, but they love green apparently in this game. Like, we're doing a lot of green. This is an interesting level. That's kind of cool. I double jumped that and it did not register. You gotta be kind of precise on the double jump. Alright, there you go. I was like, I know you gotta be able to get on that. What are they gonna throw at us here? Like a bunch of I got the health just so I can lose it again. I knew that was coming. I went to go jump, but not fast enough. A manticore! Lots of manticores. Well, when 2 doesn't do it, go with 3, right? That is kind of the... Alright. More and more. How many more are they going to do? Okay, we can't. I had to find out if that was the one thing we couldn't do. We can hit almost everything else, but we can't hit their fireballs. Ah. Alright, so hitting that at all like takes damage from us. That's kind of stupid. That's kind of ridiculous. Like, hitting any part of that claw at all has you taking damage. And that's really kind of cheesy. We'll do one more continue. God damn, man. It's so ridiculous. Apparently I'm in that the one hitbox that's just a little off. Ah, that sucked. They do give you extra men pretty regularly at very low points. At least the first one is 500 points, and you can get that pretty easily, which is fairly nice. We haven't seen any running out of continues yet, but we've only used 2, so a lot of times it's 3. I think was kind of the standard for the most part. Continues for most games, and then it went either infinite or, you know, 5. Kind of 3, 5, or infinite for the most part, or 0. Alright, let's try this again, shall we? The last 2 bosses have been one of those kind of... Oh, there we go. I guess we could... A little extra jumping through it. Yeah, but see, like that, it's like... Ah! It is very... precise for the double jumping. Like, you have to time it just right or he does not do a double jump. That one, there's almost like it's... Die! Good God. These bosses are actually fairly annoying, if that's anything. Some of them are a little cheesy, where it's like you almost can't fully avoid getting hit by them. But I feel that's kind of a staple for games like this. Well, that was random. Yay, health! Hey, more health! We can use that. Ah! Son of a biscuit! Will you... It's so annoying! Come on! Oh, that's so frustrating! Hey, we got another life. Nice. We're gonna need it. The levels are fairly short. They're kind of precise and to the point. Oh, come on. That is some bullshit right there. Oh, come on. You get no power-ups as far as actually dealing more damage, but you have enemies that you can't freaking like hit more than once without getting your ass handed to you, and it doesn't matter, huh? See, that's just those kind of enemies are cheese. Like, I'm really disappointed in that. I'm glad we got here with 1 health. Oh, this can't be good. 1 health and no lives. Ugh. Alright, we're going to see if it offers the continue. We're not going to take it, but we're going to see if it offers. Okay, so yeah, we do have the 3. Okay. I just now noticed that we did have the 3. So, we get the 3 continues to make it through the game. Honestly, it's not the best game, by far. It really isn't. It's one step up from basic, where you do have this continuous stream of infinite monsters, but they do change them up, which is decent. You know, a lot of the games will actually just have the same thing over and over on repeat. And, you know, it's whatever, but it gets kind of drab. This at least changes things up. It does have a couple of cheese enemies, like the one, I cannot remember the name of the monster. I know it in the back of my head, but I can't picture it off the top of my head. The Scorpionox, I think, or something. But anyways, stuff like that where it's throwing stuff at you, it's jumping, and you take like 2 or 3 hits to kill them, but it just goes right through you in the meantime, and they're hiding behind pillars, no less, which is kind of cheesy. Some of the flying enemies have the issues. Other than that, like, it's good. It's a challenge without being overly cheesed, kind of like Mega Man 6 and 7 kind of were, where they kind of upped it to where it's more cheese than hard. This one is still fairly difficult, but it gets you through. It is pretty generous with giving you extra lives for points wise. So if you take your time, you go through it, it's not bad. I wish you had another monster you could play instead of just, because it's Dracula, and I guess the second player is going to be Frankenstein's monster. But it looks like they're probably going to have the same attack set, I'm guessing. I wish they had other ways you can change things up a little bit. Would be kind of nice with the amount of things that they have to choose from. But all in all, I say that the level design is kind of interesting, but also a little boring. It's good that they made everything like kind of basic, city streets and climbing up fences and stuff is cool. But then it kind of becomes repetitive a little bit during the level. But luckily the levels are short. They're short, sweet, concise. You got to kind of pick your way through it. Don't make mistakes. Get through there. But the last 2 bosses that we fight were pretty cheesy and being able to avoid the attacks. Like the one right before it with the tentacles. Like, I think I figured out you jump in, you hit them a couple times, you jump out. It's one of the ones where they just force you to take the boss so long to fight, because it's like jump in, attack twice, jump out, jump in, attack twice. Same thing with the other one is you can hit him when he comes down, you can hit him when he goes to the right, but on the left you just jump over and stay there and don't get to attack. Things like that is really not a bad thing. Like, it's annoying for me because I just want to go and move on, especially for the videos. But in all reality, as far as gameplay goes, it's really not bad. Like, it's never going to win any, it wouldn't have won any awards. It's not going to be on top of people's lists for like, oh, that's a great game, or even nostalgia. But as just a fun little side-scrolling game, honestly, you could do a lot worse. So that's Monster in My Pocket. That's going to be me, guys. You have a great day. We'll see you next time.